Just you talk about just the series and how great it was to just get back at home and win this one.
Yeah, like I said, it was good to be back at home this weekend. I think we've been on the road 4 of our last 6. Friday night got off to a rough start. I thought our guys bounced back very well, in games 2 and 3 there on Saturday, which is always hard to sweep a doubleheader regardless of where you're at. So very proud of the way that they responded to a tough Friday night loss. I think that was our 10th or 11th come from behind win on the spring. So great quality for those guys to show. Hope we continue to grow on that as we go down the backstretch of the last 16 conference games remaining.
Absolutely. And so I remember last week after the Texas series, we talked about, you want to start this next half of Southland off right, try to get up in the standings, get closer to the postseason. Did that very well, started off very well with this series. How much confidence does this give you guys, as you finish out the season?
Yeah, it should. We've got a young team, so obviously winning's a lot more confidence comes from winning than losing at times, even though the losses are important to grow. I think they should be feeling good. We do start each week 0-0. That's the message here. We've got an opportunity to go down to Houston Baptist and play this weekend on the road, which isn't an easy place to play. We'll use today as an off day to get in the weight room, let those guys kind of just get their bodies reset, and then we'll practice Tuesday and Wednesday, head to Thursday. But, I think we do have some momentum. Down the stretch, we've got 3 of our last 5 at home, and from a conference standpoint. So we're excited. I think we're where we need to be probably. I think 5th in the league this morning. So I'd certainly rather be in 5th than 9th. So we'll see if we can finish off right.
We've talked about the offense this year a couple times, and you mentioned their ability to come from behind. How much confidence does that give you, knowing that, and a couple times we were there this weekend, guys can get down 2-0, 3-0, but you can just come back like that. How comforting is that to know your offense is always capable like that? Yeah,
the offense has been our strength throughout the spring. They continue. I think we've got a real deep lineup. I think as you look in the starting lineup yesterday, 1 through 6, we're hitting over 300. Bryson Hill's back in the lineup, which gives us a little length and allows us to maneuver around the game also defensively. So a lot more guys were able to contribute this weekend, I think off the bench, and some guys stepped up. So now I think we know we're never really out of the fight. We got pinned down really early on Friday night. Their guy did a really good job. It's hard to come back on Fridays with everybody's number 1 going. But throughout the year, they continue to really put pressure on the defense and just put together quality at bat after quality at bat after quality at bat. Yesterday I felt like we had 16 hits and we scored 8 runs. Bad wind, a couple balls got held up from extra base hits, but that game felt like we were at total control. It ends up being an 8-4 game at the end, but it felt like we were in a really, really good place. So that honestly helps the pitchers out and the defense. Just takes a little bit of pressure off everybody.
And then after the doubleheader sweep Saturday, like you said, you vaulted from 8 to 5, which is where you are now. Is that something you guys are monitoring your place, and is that motivating you at all, or you're not even watching it?
I mean, I watch it, but I don't know that if we just need to take care of our business. I think the teams that are behind us, for the most part, with the exception of Sam, as long as we can win our series, we're going to be in a good place to finish well and have a good draw in the tournament. You're watching New Orleans and you're watching Southeastern, and obviously Sam's in front of us, Northwestern State, some of those clubs that you want to see how they do as well. But honestly, at this point, we're just trying to play consistent baseball down the stretch and see where we land at the end. As long as we have a shot to get in the tournament, which I feel confident, we're moving in that direction for the first time in program history. We're excited about that, but 4-game sets, man, doubleheaders each weekend. That's not even including the rain and stuff. So there's so much parity in our league. 13-1. I don't know. I don't know how much gap there is. We'll find out.
All right, I'm good.
How about starting pitching real quick too? Adam Stevenson and Spencer Chirpick both had really good starts. You want to talk about that?
Yes, I think Adam picked up on his. Had a really good outing at Texas out of the bullpen. Came out, gave us 6 shutout innings, I guess, in the 3rd game Saturday, which was really important. Then Spencer showed back up yesterday after a rough start at Texas. So, the last 2 of his last conference starts, he's went 7 and 8 innings for us, which is great to see. That's kind of been I don't want to say a thorn in our side, but take away the Texas weekend, we've won 2 out of 3 which is a normal college baseball weekend, 8 out of 9 weekends. But then Sundays happen. You know, we've been 2-7 on Sundays so far, and that's not always the pitching. Some days we've not defended or not hit. But, you know, if you could play a little bit better on Sundays down the stretch, and he's 1-0 now. But if he can go 4-0 the rest of the way, which is a tough ask, that just puts us in a really, really good spot, I think, to carry that momentum going in. He's certainly capable, you know, as you go through it. But Saturday doubleheader, honestly, it was kind of how I envisioned the season going. And we've got some guys that can throw multiple innings out. So Austin Glaze threw 3 innings in the game too, and then, you know, Max Huffling threw 3 1/3. So really we used 4 pitchers after 2 solid starts on Saturday, which put us in a position yesterday, which we didn't need it, but we had some bullpen pieces if needed yesterday and that Sunday. So that's our recipe. Easier said than done. You know, it's just hard to put together 4 quality starts against the same team over the weekend. So, but that was great to see for sure.